Carlson posted his third post-Fox News video on Twitter last night. His focus, Donald Trump's indictment in Miami.
These were the first steps in a process that is designed to put Donald Trump behind bars for the rest of his life. Cable news carried every moment of it live. It's unprecedented, they told us, with what looked like shock. But they weren't shocked. They knew this was coming. Everyone who's paid attention knew it was. What just happened was always going to happen. It's been inevitable since February 16th, 2016. That's the day Donald Trump made a blood enemy of the largest and most powerful organization in human history, which would be the federal government. 7.5 years later, we can point to the precise moment that permanent Washington decided to send Donald Trump to prison. Here it is. It's from the Republican candidates debate in Greenville, South Carolina.
We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East. They lied. They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
Carlson said after that debate, most of permanent Washington decided stopping Donald Trump was the most important mission in their lives. After being arraigned on 37 counts, 31 of which accused the former president of unlawfully retaining national security information, Donald Trump spoke to supporters at a fundraiser at his New Jersey golf club.
Today we witness the most evil and heinous abuse of power in the history of our country. Very sad thing to watch. A corrupt sitting president had his top political opponent arrested on fake and fabricated charges of which he and numerous other presidents would be guilty, right in the middle of a presidential election in which he is losing very badly. This is called election interference, and yet, more importantly, it's a political persecution like something straight out of a fascist or communist nation.
CNN's Jake Tapper offered a sharp reaction to the speech.
There is no evidence that he legally kept these documents. They're not his documents. They belong to the American people. There's no evidence that Joe Biden had anything to do with this charges brought by the special counsel.
Well, mainstream media parroted the same anti-Trump talking points. They offered little to no coverage of a trusted FBI source's bribery accusations against Joe and Hunter Biden.
Religious freedom may have never been under a greater attack than it is right now during the Biden administration. Those attending the recent National Association of Christian Lawmakers conference believe that religious freedom is a foundation of our nation.
I think we have to re-educate America that the founding fathers of this great country was inspired by God, and God reached out to them, and we have this Constitution for the people, not for a king, for the people. And shame on us, we haven't done a good enough job educating the people about that.
Without religious freedom, we're nowhere. If you look at those people in North Korea, they will tell you, without religious freedom, that's the first step. Without it, we don't have any of our other freedoms. That is the foundation block. We've got to make sure we have religious freedom.
Liberty. And the more we keep that alive, and faith is always going to be the center point, because it's where somebody's trying to say government should be run by something other than the moral compass that our society needs. Families need a guidance tool. If you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything.
Those lawmakers believe returning America to its Judeo-Christian roots is essential to our freedom. Before we go today, I'd like to share a verse with you. This is one of my favorite verses in the Bible. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future."